Now, the 2021 Ford Bronco already has a few big advantages over the Jeep Wrangler. Even before we get it on the road, you can tell Ford's not messing around. Now, the arrival of the 2021 Ford Bronco means that for the first time in decades, the Jeep Wrangler has a true direct competitor. And though we haven't driven the new Bronco yet, it's clear that Ford is serious about taking on the established off-road nameplate in America. Because when you're going up against a product as popular as the Wrangler, it's not enough to match what your competitor is already doing. You have to unseat the king. In a few key ways, it looks like Ford has done that. Now, the first thing we look at is high-speed stability and steering. One of the most controversial decisions Ford made with the new Bronco was the choice to go for independent front suspension over a solid axle like the Wrangler has. It's not an unpopular design choice. In fact, now that the G-Wagon has gone to an independent front suspension, Jeep is the only one making solid front axles, especially for the U.S. market. But Jeep fans and hardcore off-roaders often mention that solid axles offer a lot of durability and high articulation. Articulation is the amount of vertical wheel travel relative to the body of the vehicle. With great articulation, allowing an off-roader to take on more uneven surfaces without losing contact with the ground, which causes a lot of good stability at definitely rock crawling speeds. But there's a reason Ford went with the independent front suspension. Solid axles are heavy, with greater unsprung weight, making ride and body quality more difficult. They also take up a ton of room, require a less precise steering mechanism, and often contribute to a busier ride at speed. All of that means that the Bronco will likely maintain more composure in high speeds. And on high speed also in off-road situations too as well. And it will have better steering and be more docile on the highway when compared to the Wrangler. Ground clearance, departure angle, breakover angle, and fording depth. Now, Ford is quite proud of the cleverness of an available Sasquatch package. Like the mythical creature, Bronco that go to this come with some seriously big feet. It includes 35-inch tires, which help give the Bronco a class-leading 11.6 inches of ground clearance. Wrangler Rubicon sits 10.8 inches above the ground. Now, the increased ground clearance gives it better departure and breakover angles than the Jeep. Power. The all EcoBoost launch lineup of the Bronco offers 270 horsepower, standard from a turbocharged 2.3 liter, and up to 310 horsepower from a 2.7 liter V6. Now, while the Jeep-based V6 beats the 270 horsepower, four-banger, no Jeep power plant makes as much horsepower as the 2.7. It's 400 pound-feet of torque. Also, that's the gas Wrangler, though the EcoBoost engine offered by Jeep beats Ford 2.7 liter with 442 pound-feet of torque. Now, of course, none of that will matter if Jeep goes through with a 6.4 liter V8 Wrangler Rubicon 392. It's only a concept for now, but a source confirmed with Road and Track that it was destined for serious production. Now, competition is a good thing, though. It's not coincidence that the V8 Jeep concept was announced on the Bronco reveal day. Here's the hoping we'll get a Raptor-sized Bronco with a V8 3.5 EcoBoost. More than likely that won't happen because of the carbon footprint and many other things. Now back to the doors with the Bronco. Now, anyone who has taken the doors off a Wrangler knows that it's easy to drive a car without doors, but pretty annoying to drive one without mirrors. You don't realize how much you use the Jeep door-mounted mirrors subconsciously until you lose them entirely. For the Bronco, Ford chose to mount the mirrors on the bodywork. That means you'll be able to slide the doors off without massively impacting situational awareness. Ford also claims that there's a seriously simple to take off I mean, very easy to take off. At the very least, they're frameless doors. Now that makes them way more compact, light, and easy to store. Just roll down the windows, slide them off, and drop them in the back. That's simple. That's simple. And then there's the other little details. One thing Ford has proven with the new F-150 and the Bronco Sport is its ability to nail little lifestyle things that make owning the car better. They all have been built-in bottle openers in the tailgate. The Bronco Sport has camp illuminating floodlights, and the Bronco is packed with well-thought-out touches like that. Now, there's a little rail on the dashboard to mount your phone, your GPS, so you can keep things from sliding around without the need for view-blocking suction cup mounts. There's a slide-out seat on the tailgate for seating around or prepping gear. There's room to store roof panels indoors on board. Everything can be optioned to be water resistant, and in the case of the floors, also drainable. There's a clear mounting point for a winch, hood mounted tie downs. Ford even is offering an app to store trail maps. Now, sure, the Jeep Wrangler took a big leap forward in terms of usability, but clearly Ford has thought about the little things. These aren't the flashy headline-grabbing options, but the things owners will come to appreciate over the years. Now, the bad news, none of this means that Ford bloodied and battered the segment veteran. I mean, Jeep is a hard competitor. The older and the more established Jeep still has a few objective benefits over the Bronco. It may not have the clearance of the Bronco, but it has a better approach angle. That means it should be able to approach steeper obstacles without scraping. Though the Bronco better breakover and departure angles will help when you're already getting onto an obstacle. The solid axle also increases wheel articulation, another area where the Wrangler shines. Plus, the Bronco is launching with over 200 available accessories. Impressive, but there are few vehicles with much aftermarket support as the Wrangler. If you want to immediately modify your truck mechanically, it'll probably take a few years for the support for the Bronco to be as robust as the Jeep. So that's one of the negative things. But the positive thing is the Bronco is, it is definitely nice, folks. And the Jeep is an established fighter. But I don't think one's going to really affect the other. Tell me what you think in the comments. This is A Automotive Reviews. And thanks for watching. And remember, like, share, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.